Hello and welcome to Gemstones and Whiskey, an Outlander podcast. I'm Ashley Alexandra.
And I'm Reena Ezra.
And this is episode 4. Tonight we are reviewing The Gathering, which is episode 4. Very excited.
Yes. And we're going to start after the intro now. Without the music. Just muted it, but we got those subtitles on. Already
they're in their little tree houses.
already we're in something. There's people running.
There's fog.
There's always fog. There's a lady in a dress.
I think fog is my favorite. Is it considered a precipitation?
I'll consider it.
My
mind stands.
It is water droplets, right?
Yes.
I think fog is so cool.
You know, Claire thinks she's so cheeky, pretending to, hang out with all the little girls and boys of the village when we
playing a little hide and go seek.
Exactly, yeah. When she's still probably trying. Oh, hello.
What's under your kilt?
Some dude just spreading his legs over when she's on the floor.
I'm gonna be honest, Angus might be the last one who's I wouldn't want
Careful
to
what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Like of all the men, if I had to rank them, I think he'd be last.
Really? I would make his friend last.
No, but Rupert's funny. He would kill it in today's time with his beard.
Rupert would be such a good stand-up
and
comedian.
He is dad bod beard, he's what all the girls want.
Yeah, no, he is. He's definitely, I don't know, they're both kind of aggressive and rash.
Well, yes,
they get a little, but that's true. He definitely, I guess, is a little bit more friendly than the other one. But I was just saying earlier when she was playing with all the kids and stuff, I just always, probably wondering or planning her, escape.
Yep. Very smart.
Because we always knew how last episode ended. But yeah, see, she's looking all over the place. She's knowing where all the posts or the men who were posted around the tower are planted.
Yes, she was. I mean, this is a situation in which it's helpful to be a woman who needs to accessorize her outfit. She was able to essentially strip her accessories one by one and hang them on these branches. So,
yeah, she's sexy Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah,
leaving
she's
sexy breadcrumbs for herself.
Yeah. Yes. Some chokers.
Yeah. Jamie Fraser's just the dog who's just sniffing it out.
Could you ever sleep in a lean-to tent, just a 3 sticks and a blanket?
No. Maybe if I had to for one night, but no more. I love my memory foam mattress. I cannot sleep.
Sponsored by.
I cannot sleep on. I got a queen size bed. I cannot sleep on a bunch of sticks and stones. Your back is gonna hurt the next morning.
I can't sleep on regular mattresses without my back hurting.
So you'd have to sleep on a man.
Oh, I would be crippled. No, literally, I would.
Just your face.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would not be able to move my body.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable. But it's true. They don't know what a mattress feels like.
Some of them don't, but some of them. I mean, they don't know what our mattresses feel like.
Yes,
they don't know about Mattress Firm, But
they don't. They don't know about Sleepies.
No.
They can't get those deals.
Yeah,
they're not rich, so they do
Sleepies yet. Sleepies, if you're listening.
Yeah.
All right, Rupert and Angus fell in love with a pie eater, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of love that. If someone looked at me and called me a cheeky pie eater, I'd be like, that is so accurate, and thank you.
Do you have a favorite pie?
Ooh. I'm into pie for the crust, so let me just Just
Wow,
say
we are
that.
such opposites.
This is,
I will only eat the filling.
This is a poll that I've done in the past, crust or filling.
But between us two, we complete a whole pie.
Absolutely. I would love to eat pie with you one day.
Okay, great.
I like a key lime pie, which I don't necessarily, it's not like a main pie that you think of.
Yeah.
But,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, strawberry rhubarb.
Yes. I love classic apple pie.
You know, there was this place called the Pie Lady. Used to be
In Nyack, yes.
The best pies. And right before the COVID shutdown, I had a lemon coconut custard pie.
Ooh.
That was one of the best things I've ever
Scrumptious,
eaten. And I was like, I can't
delicious.
wait till things open up again because I'm going to immediately go back to the Pie Lady. And
R.I.P. Yeah, they're closed down.
So if you're listening, Pie Lady, we miss you.
We miss you dearly. Yeah. It would be better laying on sticks and stones if I ate pie.
Yes, I think if you promise me a nice pie in the morning, I could get through.
That's probably why they get so drunk at night, though. So you're numb and you don't feel
So
how uncomfortable it is
right.
to sleep at night.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would be so, like, I would be just, like, I would want to make sure I'm so out of it by the time I go to bed.
Yeah, good tactic.
Yes, indeed. Also, these horses, anytime I have horses in this show, they're just so majestic, so beautiful, especially black horses. Love black horses, but they just look like, like she got to just be on set and like...
Yes, and I've heard, I believe they all obviously have a varying degree of like comfort and like talent with the horses. And I think Katrina's like one of the people that like is like a horse whisperer essentially.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Which makes
Is it because she's English? Did she grow up like on a farm?
She's Irish.
Did she have... Darn it!
Yeah,
you're right.
strike that
She's
from the record.
Irish.
We're gonna get some people right
That's
in.
not British. Yes, they have their independence now, right?
There's Gilly. Gayless.
Yeah, good old Gayless.
I like her outfit here. Like, I want to
Same.
wear that.
I also like it. Also, looks totally warm. Because
Yeah,
it's obviously
yes.
freezing over there, but it looks so cozy.
Very thick. I can't wait for fall. I'm already fall-minded.
No, don't apologize. Like,
Oh, okay, I
like
was
your face looked apologetic. No, I'm so with you.
I'm
so with you.
I have a Google Home that my boyfriend gave me, and he yells at me because he's like, "What are you using it?" I was like, "Yeah, to play like fire sound." He's like, "Anything else?" And I'm like,
So just crackles of
Yeah.
wood.
"Yeah, it's really nice at night. It's very relaxing."
Skip Halloween music, skip Christmas music, fire burning.
Who listens to Halloween music?
So many people.
Also, I'm sorry, Claire has packed a beautiful charcuterie lunch to take on her escape. Apples, cheese.
Salami?
I didn't see it, but it better be in there.
Yeah, there's gotta be
kind
some kind of meat.
of, yeah, salted meat.
Oh man, she's still thinking of her hubby. She's obviously, it's still fresh. It's still new. She's not been here long.
And her goal is still to get home.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the last episode, she heard the song.
Yes.
That
And she
said
obviously
she can-
knew this fairy tale was a thing, and there's a hope and a chance, an opportunity that she could go back through the stones, back to Randall. But I can't. It'd be so interesting if they did a parallel version where it was like what he was up to during this time, and what he was looking for her.
So they do some flashbacks. In the
But, like,
upcoming-
not-
but, like, right now.
Yeah. But I'm not saying not like
the immediate.
exactly like if like he was more focused on as a protagonist, and then like what is his journey through that stuff.
I gotcha.
Also, just people like you telling people my wife disappeared. Like, people, what are they thinking? That's in the 1940s. What are people thinking? They probably think she got murdered.
Yeah.
Or she was, like,
Or she
kidnapped.
left you.
Or she left you, yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Is that worse than her getting murdered?
For sure, that would be worse to have to explain to people.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
I don't know why I find that funny, sorry. But yeah, you're right. He's obviously going through a tough time. And, you know, I just can't.
But I think that's such a good part of it too, because you are left wondering, like, what's he thinking? And even her wanting to go back, if it's even possible, like, first of all, so many unknowns. If you, like, try and go back through the stones, are you going to end up where you're trying to end up? But, like, let's say you do. Like, is he even... What do you say?
Yeah.
You can't, like... Yeah.
Yeah, because he's in a completely different world. Like, she has information. I know I traveled through this stuff. He does not know. She traveled through stones. He doesn't even know, like... right now, at this point in time, he doesn't know that she went back in time. He doesn't know this information. He doesn't know about the fairy tale. He doesn't, like... Well,
and it's the 1940s. Like, what are you going to tell your husband that you traveled through time?
Yes,
and he's going to be like...
Exactly.
Oh,
when they see each other again, you mean?
You know?
Like, if they see each other?
Like, yeah, if she achieves the goal that she has at the moment...
Yeah.
You have to be like, what do you even say?
What would you do? What would you say? If you were able to go back to present time.
To go back to present?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your boyfriend's waiting for you.
Okay.
Do you really think he would honestly, just like hear what you have to say, or think you're crazy?
I am someone who tries to live in my truth and be very authentic, and I think I would have to, in some way, give him the facts, even though I know that it would most likely not be believed.
Yeah.
And that it's something that's inconceivable, and that I myself wouldn't even be able to fully explain.
Yeah.
I think I would have to.
But you know what you experienced.
Yeah.
You know what you saw.
Right.
You know what you went
through. And I'd have
through.
to just stick to that truth. What about you?
No, same. I would probably also do that, yeah. But also, like, my partner and I are also just weird. I feel like we would...
Well, yeah, like, we talk about our actual partners and, like...
Our actual partners. Obviously, earlier today, Jordan was just telling me how he believes in lizard people. I didn't even want to go down that tunnel, but I was just like, I don't believe in some of this stuff, but he's like... obviously, I don't know, he's like, Nostradamus, but, like, what if, like, the whole... that whole thing. Which, but again, yes, very true, because, like, she would be going back in the 1940s, and it's just like, yes, time period and the current culture you're in makes a total difference on information that's accepted.
2021, there's so many movies, so many books, like, there are ideas circulating, whether they're things you believe are possible or not. There are ideas that we've grown to accept as ideas, right?
Yeah.
Like the idea of time travel.
True.
We know of that concept. We have seen people's imagination of what that is, how it works. So, like, I feel like obviously it's a lot easier for someone of this time to wrap their brain around it.
Because our minds have already been open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Have you seen Spaceballs?
Okay, no, I have not, and I know I should. It's on my, like, must-watch list. Hey, that's Diana Gabaldon, the writer of the book series.
Oh my gosh!
She made a little cameo. She's
in this
like
episode?
A little sassy frenemy of Mrs. Fitz. Also, Mrs. Fitz, shout out, she is on Ted Lasso. She plays, like, the bartender.
Oh my gosh.
At the pub.
All of this is intertwined.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was like, hey, I know you.
Don't you love when you start watching a TV show or a movie and you start seeing that actor everywhere?
Yeah.
And, like, everything you watch.
Yes. Well, and it's so interesting, too, when it's, you know them from like a period piece where they are dressed
Yes.
very differently, and then they're in something modern, and you're
Yes.
like, is that her?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
So this is the big gathering that everyone's been talking about. Here comes Colum, dressed in his traditional garb, making his big entrance.
Everyone looks so unhappy.
Um,
Just standing around waiting
yeah,
for him to speak with his wife by his side.
Letitia. We really,
I love that name.
I really needed more Letitia in this series.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot. Was there a lot more about her in the books?
Not in the first book. A little bit more, and there was this whole other subplot going on that involved her, but not like
they just
that she
couldn't fit
played
it in.
a more important role necessarily, but she was mentioned more.
Oh, I see. So he's speaking in Scottish, obviously, right? So that's why Claire's having it translated.
Yes, Gaelic.
Yes, thank you. Scotch.
It's okay. I don't know actually if you can use that interchangeably. That might they might accept it. I don't know.
Okay, so I take it back. Just waiting for just to give some info. Obviously, this is about a duel against the Mackenzies or with the Mackenzies. Why am I losing? Oh my god, I don't like when everyone just like stares in a scene for so long and like nothing's said and now everybody's clapping.
Basically, he's brought all of the people within his, I forget what they call it, like essentially his district that he's the laird of.
All the different territories.
Yeah, that he oversees.
Yes, got you.
And so they all come and they gather together, and it's supposed to be this big celebration. It happens every so often, and then the main tradition is that all of the men come forth and pledge their fealty to him. So.
But did he say duel, or did I read that wrong?
I'm not sure.
Oh, why do I feel like they were gonna have a duel? I don't know why I thought that or said that. I'm getting my episodes mixed up. I don't know.
And Dougal is the first to make the pledge. He is Colum's right-hand man. He is the war chief.
This is also great insight, or like also demonstration for Claire to see how, how this would go, basically. How this is how their like clan, or back at this time, like how this would unravel, what their tradition is, basically. Is that the word I was looking for?
Yeah, because how cool would that be, first of all, to like see an event like that firsthand?
Yeah,
that would be very
there are still people, right, that carry on like family traditions over time, even now, generations now, who do things in Scotland or Ireland. If you have like
medieval
events.
times. Lyndhurst, New Jersey, is that?
Yeah, they all.
You're talking about the family traditions.
That's our when we look at tradition. Oh my gosh. But I'm saying like in their home country, in their homeland, that people actually do. Like when I was watching Braveheart, and I was just like, oh my god, do people still do these games where they have to like compete with each other, and they just go out in the field and they hold these festivities and like. Yeah, there's some people who still uphold it, which is really, really awesome. I would love to. I don't even know what the Iranian old, like, games would be. Something with horses in a desert, probably. Yeah, so I may never partake in that, but that's okay. What about your family's ancestry?
You can make it up.
What are your ancient family games?
I don't know. I'm Irish, Italian, and Hungarian. So I know the Irish for sure don't like to have any fun. So
they just like to drink.
Drinking games. I come from a long line of drinking games. That's a stereotype. Yikes. Eating games, like maybe like pie contests for the Italian side.
Do you love like food competitions?
I do, actually.
You can watch people like eat like 80 hot dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking cooking competitions.
Oh, okay.
Instead of food, but I will watch
eating
food
competitions
as well. Sorry, because my mind also went to like maybe like a meatball rolling contest. Like who can roll
I love that.
the most meatballs in X amount of time.
Because the eating competitions make me like a little sick. I just can't watch them because they're very. But the cooking job, what you were saying, yes, I love.
Yeah, also because eating competitions, they're not eating them. They're not eating the way we know eating to be.
Yeah,
like,
they're
just
like Patrick and SpongeBob. Like
they're
vacuuming
just shooting
the
a hot dog straight down.
Yeah,
that's
inhaling
not
it.
normal.
It's not. No.
I just do want to point out Claire is now trying to get all of the men who've been, charged with watching her, heavily drunk, off of some, was it port? I can't remember.
Well, I mean, she said sedative. Did she put something in his drink, or it was just like?
Yeah, she did.
He's like, is that Spanish?
It, but yeah, but he's like, she's like, no, it's his very special drink, and he's like,
Yeah, he keeps drinking it. He likes
Angus literally drinks it right up.
Yeah. Which is such an easy thing for her to do.
Angus is fun though. I wouldn't want to see up his kilt, but he's fun. He's
fun.
a good time.
He is, yeah. No, he's definitely somebody I would like to watch at a party from a distance.
Yeah, like I would like to see him every now and then only at a party.
Yeah. And Yes, exactly.
When I've already had a couple of drinks.
Yes.
And then I would be happy to see him.
Oh. That's it. Cap it there.
Claire's making a run for it, and there's Larry.
Ooh, she's Mistress Beecher. She's so young. Yeah. She just pops up when you don't want her to pop up.
Isn't that the truth?
And she's like so sweet at first.
We all know those people, right?
Yeah. Could you kind of foresee what was going to happen with Larry, with this character? You saw it coming.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I think most people did. And now she's asking her for a potion.
Yeah, so she's essentially like, listen, I know on the down low, I mean, you're here like as a healer, but I know on the down low that you're a witch, Claire, so do you have a love potion? Because I'm obsessed with Jamie. And Claire's like, I don't really have time for this right now.
But I do.
Bless your heart.
I do love Larry's like just her courage and her confidence to just like come out and ask for a love potion. She's like, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna ask you. Yeah. She didn't beat her on the bush like she didn't. And, like, obviously she wasn't happy when she didn't get what she wanted.
Correct. And Claire's like, yeah, not a problem. Hold on. Here is some poop.
Yeah, no, it's dry horse dung.
I know, just the thing. Have you ever...
That's so funny. She's like, Jamie would never know the difference.
Yeah, like...
Dry horse dung.
Have you ever... do you have any
experience
with, like, love spells or love potions?
No. I was
excited.
No, wait, let me think. Does flirting count as a love potion?
I mean, sure.
As a love entrancement when you're basically trying to, or anytime someone's trying to court someone, seduce someone,
No, but it needs to be more ritualistic, like a thing, like. I followed these steps.
No, I don't think
unbeknownst to the other person, that's the other piece of it, right?
Yes.
So it's all going on behind.
No, I have not made a shrine of anyone. I haven't left trails of, some sage wrapped in special ribbon under their bed or anything. Yeah. I haven't done any of that. Have you?
I have not, but, I've, thought about it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up, I know you're a little bit younger than me, but I grew up in the time of practical magic. the movie,
Yes,
like
more.
and Hocus Pocus. So Practical
yes,
Magic.
Hocus Pocus.
We all know Hocus Pocus. Practical Magic was with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, and they play these like fabulous 90s witches. Like imagine hair down to your butt, like perfect waves.
Yes.
And like low key witches. They come from a family of witches, and like witch things ensue. But it's a very fun movie, and so yeah, for sure, I've like always a little bit wanted to be a witch. My friends and I like have talked about whether or not we could be a coven.
Ooh.
Like I have a circle of friends.
I've seen Coven on American Horror Story.
Ah, yes.
I've seen that stuff. No, it's definitely intriguing. Not to like, I'm not really not making, because there's some people who do, I think, hold some, I don't know, more tied to some sort of spiritual or more energy, that kind of power, something where they actually, I don't know, like not necessarily in terms of willing things into existence, but doing like, I think more people are tapped into it than others.
Yes.
And some people do have spell books. Some people actually believe that stuff or whatever. I have no judgment. Like, whatever. That's your, that's your thing. If that's your thing, and that's literally, like, you feel, not your calling, but, like, you're attached to, like, that is your, your aura, your spirit, your whatever it is, then, like, awesome.
Yeah.
I have just not, I've never done. What would you do specifically? Like, what have you, like, what did you think of leaving or doing or making or, like, putting something somewhere for?
So, I mean, listen, it's also, like, a lot of work to, like, learn how to be a witch. So will I ever actually do it? Probably not.
It's years of school.
I'm gonna go to witch school. What day of the week would witch school be on? Because, like, Sunday is...
Same thing, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Morning classes, evening classes.
Okay.
No joke, like Harry Potter, I absolutely see that as being like a real institution. You have classes where you're doing, it's chemistry, you're going to potions class, you're going to like, you're using the wand, you're doing your spells, you're doing whatever, like you have classes, you stay in a house and you're doing stuff with people, whatever. Did it look like they were really in school a lot? No. For the parts they showed us, no. Like the three of them were able to just play hooky all the time.
Yeah.
But, Hermione had a necklace where she was able to jump through time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think my dream, like, witch role, like, modern witch responsibility would maybe be, like, tarot reading. Card
my
reading.
mom can read palms.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the tarot card reading, I see it, I know.
Yeah, but it's a lot. I bought a deck and I thought I was going to learn over quarantine, and
it does seem like a lot.
I was like, this isn't fun anymore. It's like, it's a lot. There's a lot of interconnectedness.
Did it come with a book?
Like, there are
like
books you can buy. I, of course, was like, I'll just figure it out.
That's so funny. I love how you bought a deck.
That's how I do
and
everything.
You're just going to wing it and you thought you were going to grasp it?
Where I go, ooh, that's interesting. Let me invest money in this and put in the bare minimum. And then forget about it.
I did that when I bought needles for crocheting.
Ooh,
and
yes.
I wanted to do knitting.
I thought you were going to say acupuncture.
No. I for crocheting, and then I was like, oh fuck, crocheting is so hard. Like I actually wanted to do knitting, and I brought the wrong needle, and then I was just like, oh, I'm gonna learn, and I just gave up on crocheting.
See, I thought crocheting was
needles.
Easier than knitting.
Knitting is so much easier for me. I don't know, for me personally. I also just love sitting there where you got like the two of them, you can thread the one thing and the other thing, and then you do like, it's calming to me.
I recently took an assessment, like an abilities assessment for one of my graduate classes. And speaking of witches,
that was thunder. If you guys could not hear that,
there's like crazy wind and lightning and thunder. That's exciting. Can't wait to drive home in that. And now there's rain.
Now it's pouring.
That's fun.
Oh, but look, Jamie's on the screen.
Oh,
it's pouring out. It's so getting
oh my God,
sexy
like
in here already.
Rain outside.
They're talking in a barn. And she's
so Claire was trying to make a break for it, tripped over Jamie in the stables.
She smashed a a chair on
Dougal's head. Knocked him flat out.
He's not gonna forget that.
No. Well, but he was very drunk, so.
Oh, true. But I don't know. Would you forget a chair being smashed on your head? Anyway, you were saying.
Was I?
About oh my gosh! Before we talked about the thunder.
Who knows? It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Tarot cards.
Jamie is tarot cards.
Although you did take a pottery, and it seems like you've really been enjoying that. So you do take up
things. The abilities assessment.
The abilities,
anyway,
yes.
I have 0 spatial abilities. So like spatial intelligence, none of it. So things like you're talking about knitting and like this over that one and this and through there, I'm lost. I cannot deal in the physical world. I am all abstract ideas, relationships.
I love
people.
that.
Yeah.
So what about pottery though? Is it because it's texture and you're touching it and you're feeling and you're doing the...
I just wanted
I've seen a picture of your pieces. Freaking cool.
Those pieces are co-created by my teacher because he shows us how to do something and then it goes terribly wrong and then I go, excuse me, can you... Literally, he works magic and like makes it look like a pot again and he's like, okay, try again.
Oh.
I took just a 4-week class and it was fun, but I was not good at it.
Well, I'm glad you had fun though.
Thank you.
But that is I want to take an abilities assessment.
It was, I've taken a lot of other kinds of assessments before, and I love that stuff. I just love learning more about myself and like, gaining more perspective
absolutely.
Or guidance. But this one was by far the best. I highly recommend it. We could talk about it more later. Or maybe it'll come up in another podcast.
Yes.
So
Jamie
So they caught Jamie and Claire as Jamie was trying to sneak her back into the castle through like this back entrance. And the guys were like, you gotta pledge your fealty to Colum. And he's like, I'd really rather not. Because remember, he's got a price on his head. He's trying to, lay low. And now they're dressing him up all nice. And
the Mackenzie motto. Shine, not burn.
Right, and he's like, that's not my motto, man.
What is Jamie's motto?
Because he's a Fraser.
What motto would you give Jamie?
He just said.
No, but what would you give him?
10 out of 10.
Love it. Yes, perfect. Great. Claire's would be like, I have to be right about everything.
Yeah. Claire's would be actually ...
That's so true.
Yeah, so the Fraser motto is Je suis prêt, which is I am ready.
Ooh, that sounded beautiful.
Thanks. Thanks. One of the 4 phrases I know how to say with the French accent.
Oh my god, but it was so good. I didn't expect it. Oh, alright. Okay.
Then
here he is.
Doors open, Jamie is there, and everyone is...
He's all dressed up.
A little tense. And Claire's like, what's going on? What's the big deal? And...
So if Jamie pleads, he'll be, what did he say, next in line?
Yes.
To his success.
So essentially, technically, because Jamie is part Mackenzie.
Because he has Mackenzie blood.
Yeah, if he pledges fealty, then he would essentially be like accepting the position as Colum's heir.
So, yes, yeah.
To the throne.
His successor, yeah.
Which would obviously piss off. Oh, sorry. Would upset.
That's acceptable,
I guess.
But it would. He look at his face. He's already so mad. Dougal.
Yeah,
Dougal Mackenzie is not okay with this.
And Claire's like, "Oh no, what a mess I've made."
Yeah.
And Murtaugh's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Everyone is just lightning. Sorry, Grease stuck in my head. And like obviously he like it's that real tricky thing with like Jamie obviously being wanted. There's a price on his head. I always feel like he's not like welcome anywhere, or at least every place is kind of a struggle for him. It's like, what
exhausting.
is his identity? Where's his place? Where does he belong? You know, I feel so bad. Yeah, it is all your fault, Claire.
You could say that again for about 7 more seasons.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see season 6. I'm really jumping so.
Did they?
Yeah, and season 7.
Did they give a date? I think they recently announced it. Is it February 2022?
Really?
I think.
I missed that.
Maybe I made it up.
Now you got me excited.
I'm gonna consult.
I feel like that's still so far away. But fans be waiting. Oh my gosh, what's happening? There's so much. Look at they're all just like get a stare down. It's like a stare down. We're all just looking at each other. And he's as an ally to Colum Mackenzie.
But
essentially,
so
he's not bound.
Yeah, so what he's saying is, listen, I'm not going to do the pledge that I'm supposed to do right now, because we both know I can't do that.
Yes.
It's not a good idea. It's problematic.
Yes.
He said, but I promise that I will support you and I will be an ally.
Obedience.
Yeah.
As a kinsman. Which, honestly, that was, like, the best thing he could do.
This is one of the first times, I think, where we really see, like, Jamie's ability to think quickly on his feet. And
analyze the situation.
Yeah,
and
and make a really diplomatic and smart move.
So that's the thing I love, that Jamie is not a classic, hot-headed, impulsive, just the shiny man who, you know, is just the sex appeal. He is critically thinking about many, many different things, because obviously he's put in many different situations.
I mean, he has that side as well.
He does,
but in the moments where it could be highly problematic for him, or where it requires him to be diplomatic, he will find that solution.
Yeah, I'm saying that's just not the only part of him. Because of course, we need that fiery flame. We need that shit for him to be of course. We need but oh my god, talk about dimension. I don't think there's a single character in this show that is just surface level. To be honest, I feel like everybody has depth to them. Everybody really does have they're multi-layered, and they have just also how they're intertwined and how they work with each other. Oh, just so good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Kudos to the writers and the editors and producers as well for figuring out a way to, for the most part, giving each character their due. Yeah. And making sure that characters have arcs throughout these series. And they have dimension, and books like this, Game of Thrones, when you have these universes that you've created with all of these characters, all of these people who all mean something and have their time in the book, to figure out how to condense that and portray that accurately. It's quite a task. Yeah, appropriately on film is a whole other, in a television series. Absolutely. Is a whole other ballgame. For sure. Now another part of the gathering that of course all the men were looking forward to is this big hunt. So they're gonna hunt for a boar, and Claire has been ordered to come along in case anyone needs medical assistance. So here are men being...
Which, isn't that more fun instead of being inside the castle? I would like to see some action.
No, to watch men just be full of testosterone and hunting after a boar.
She gets that non-stop though. These guys are always
look, you guys banging the shield.
Yeah. Yeah, this boar. Pumbaa.
clomping through the
Poor
woods. Like,
Pumbaa.
wow.
Right? Is that his name from Lion King?
You got it. You got it.
Oh,
They're
Timon.
very
Yeah,
dangerous,
Timon.
though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I would not look their horns. I would not want to be attacked by
and they
one.
can
But they're like, it's so cute because it's like, oh my god, you're like kind of like a cute pig, but you're not because you're like, you have horns and you're like deadly and you can run really fast on your little tiny legs.
Yeah,
Their
the
legs
little
are so short.
And like the hooves.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch like nature shows, and I like the ones where like they follow the like the zoos and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Or like the reservations.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I just remember one where like you watch the pig like clomp down the hallway in her little heels. Like it's so weird. But the pig was very social and like liked to talk to people.
Yeah, see, a dude already got cut up.
Yeah.
Attacked. She's like, we need sterile tools.
And there
But he's
seems
bleeding
to be
so much.
trouble elsewhere. So she's going to check out what's happening on the other side of the woods.
That's definitely not fun. Whereas she obviously couldn't escape war, battle, fighting, right? Coming from the 1940s, World War II just ended, and now she has to just be a medic in a different place. Like, it's just, oh my god, like, she's just seen so many, like, unhappy situations.
Yeah. And she was almost attacked by the boar, and Dougal shot it just in the nick of time. She's a little in shock.
But do you think to save her or just to get the boar?
No, I think to save her. Okay. Because she is also still an asset.
Yes. Yeah.
And this guy's not okay.
Oh my god, he looks terrible.
He has a wound on his leg that is just...
I can't look at it. See, sometimes I cannot look at the
you?
screen. Sometimes it does. And I know it's fake, but I just can't. You know, like when Walking Dead came out and there were zombies and I learned that they filled with fake blood, they filled condoms. And then when people were like biting and tearing through people or like blood would splatter or whatever, those are actually condoms breaking and blood going everywhere.
Okay.
Fun fact, that's all I'm saying.
That's
it. Like, I had to turn away. I'm just saying.
So now you have a fear of condoms? Is that what you're saying? I'm confused where you were going with that.
So is everybody else listening?
Excuse me, this man is dying and we're making condom jokes.
Oh, come on. Like, I was talking about oh my god, I can't look. Oh man. They just make it seem so real. Great job, hair and makeup department.
Essentially what happened was Claire was like, wow, that's a really bad wound on your leg. I might be able to fix it. And then Dougal's like, hey, you might want to look at this guy's stomach. And she does. And he's got a wound through his abdomen as well. And so she realizes...
internal damage?
What?
Was that internal bleeding?
No, it was external as well. And so she's like, oh. So they untied the tourniquet on the leg just to let him, bleed out.
Die. Look how pale.
Also, on his deathbed, he goes, hey, Dougal, did you have sex with my sister?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And Dougal's like, yes, I did.
I forgot about this part. That's so funny. That's so funny.
He's like, wait, one more thing before I go.
Oh my god. He always could charm the lasses. That's so funny. Oh.
And Claire steps in to try and comfort him, and Dougal's like, well, what are you doing? Why are you speaking? You're a woman.
He's like that anytime she opens her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, oh my god, they keep showing all of this bleeding on screen. I cannot.
So Claire asks him to tell her about his home. Also, this is the first Geordie we'll meet in this series. One of my favorite series characters also named Geordie, but he comes in later.
Oh.
Very small part. One episode.
Okay.
Much like this Geordie.
I was going to note that keep in mind Dougal Mackenzie obviously does not know the information we know, that she was a nurse and served in the 40s, been around a lot of men who were dying, and probably had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Standing there, waiting for them to pass, having
and being very calm.
Exactly. For her to be like, it's gonna be like because I mean, there is no right thing to say. What can you say at a time like that when someo's literally like, I can't help you. There is nothing for us to do.
Try and figure out how to make them comfortable.
So I think
them comfort.
This was definitely. Again, a version for Dougal Mackenzie to see like Claire, a new version, see Claire in a different light.
Yeah, and again to be like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah,
that's not common. Women were not during these times. Like, maybe they were home and like would triage men as they finally reached the castle, like whoever survived, but they're not seeing.
They're not kneeling there, when someone's actually dying and Well, that's how she hangs out with the boys. She's hanging out with she's always with the dudes, with the guys. She's rarely with a group of women. She's always with men. Yeah,
not a group of women. You're right.
Yeah, that's why she's always with
the later episodes.
But like where.
But yes.
But even any time there's something, just like anytime she needs to be used as a medic.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's one of the only female women out there.
Well, and the men are the ones fighting for the most part, or getting into trouble.
Yep.
This is an interesting scene. They're playing something that kind of looks like field hockey.
Yeah. That's the best way to say. Yeah.
I forget what the name of it is. And Dougal drops his gun and takes off his heavy coat, and he's like, "I want in on this game."
He's like that kid in gym class. He's just
who comes back from meeting with the principal because he got in trouble for something, and he's like, "I gotta throw some dodgeballs. I need to peg some heads."
Just so much aggression. All right, who's up for mat ball? Who's a handball, kickball, all different kinds of balls.
We used to play. We called it American Gladiator, and we'd. 2 people, and you'd stand across from each other on like an old school bike rack, and so there's like a bar on the bottom that you have to like balance on, and then you used to just try and like push the other person to the ground.
This was a real game?
Yeah, I went to Catholic school. We didn't have a legitimate playground, so we played on blacktop and bike racks.
Wow.
So anyway, Dougal and Jamie are like not really playing the game anymore. They're more so just beating each other up.
No one is going for the ball. They're just tackling each other. Oh my god, now everybody's fighting. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, no, not everybody. It's still just me.
Murtaugh has Jamie's back as usual.
Yes.
Dougal's like, "Listen, boy, I taught you how to play this game." And Jamie's like, "Yeah, you did. You taught me real well."
It's the only way they know how to settle any of their matters.
And Jamie flips Dougal to the
Look at that
ground.
slow-mo. He's like, ugh.
That's a cool shot. That must have been fun to film. Like, to know you were filming that.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember when we were filming the mockumentary.
Beware the Horn.
Yes. And there's this, like, basically, like, chase sequence.
Yes.
And boy, did we feel like action stars. Then we saw the footage, but for that day, we felt like action stars.
Oh my gosh, I get that. I totally get that feeling. Yeah, people, Beware the Horn. It's free on YouTube. Feature film by Late Night Hump, LNH Studios. Go watch it. Ashley's in it. She's amazing. It's entirely improvised. If you love Ashley, you'll love the film. Entirely improvised, and she's beautiful in it.
Thank you.
So good. Your first official, like, on-screen performance for a feature-length film?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, impressive.
Thank you.
But I totally get it with the running thing, feeling like you're an action star. 100 Words, that's another film we're going to have come out soon, people, so stay tuned. Yeah, running for that, oh my god. And then you see it in, like, which is so funny because, like, yeah, obviously when it's edited, it's a lot shorter. What you felt like you did.
Like normal people rushing down the stairs. It's not, I felt like we were, like, bounding down, like, jumping over things. It's funny.
It wasn't, no, but that scene did have some, like, high intensity and energy. It did. So that we definitely felt that through screen. Because I was not part of the filming for that, so just watching it, oh my gosh, such a joy.
We can count how many times my hair color changes throughout the movie.
Oh my gosh, what do you mean?
It's subtle, but it's there.
I don't think I ever noticed.
I went from a redhead to back to brunette. To back to a redhead, I think, at some point.
That's so great.
I was like, sorry.
That's so great. Who says it has to stay the same?
Anyway, Dougal's like, listen, Claire, I don't know. I've never seen a woman do what you did today. How are you able to do that? She's like, I've seen men die. I don't know what to tell you. He's like, all right, well, we got to go collect the rents, and we're hitting the road, and guess what? You're coming with us.
Yeah, gives her no option. He's like, you're just gonna do this. Also, fun way for her to see the country. To meet other people, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and also to, like, get out of the castle.
Yes.
And but beyond the castle walls. So I think in her mind, although she's probably a bit hesitant, it could present an opportunity to maybe escape from them or meet someone else who maybe would agree to help her try and get back to the stones.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't mind living in Claire's apothecary. I like the vibes.
Oh, yeah?
Not, like, actually living, but, like, I'd stay there for a night or two.
Oh, but, like, Airbnb?
I would Airbnb, yeah.
Yeah, the lighting, the architecture, I dig it, yeah. It has
little
a theme.
cabinets and stuff.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Ooh, what's in here? I'm thirsty. Oh! So many different kinds of liquids, but there's no labels. Labels didn't exist back then. Also, look at this. Look at her coat.
Look at her coat.
Look at that fur.
Love that.
Going out at night. They each got a horse and they're riding it. I don't know why I sound like that.
And riding it.
The only way I know how to do a Scottish accent is if I say the one line from Brave. You know that movie where she's like, if you had a chance to change your fate, would you? That's
good. You
There's
nailed
no,
it.
Yeah, but I can't say anything else.
I can't.
Okay, cool. Well, this episode has ended. We are going to go to the scoring section, where a reminder for everybody, we have our 5 categories: steaminess, plot, feminine power, and costume and set are all ranked 1 to 5, and cringe factor, which is -1 to -5.
Yes.
So let me get my handy dandy notebook.
While I should be doing this while we watch the episode, I never do.
Yo, same. So enthralled with
alright,
conversation.
steaminess, I am gonna give it
Yes.
I'm gonna give it
This is the one that matters most.
I know. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Ooh.
Solely for the je suis prêt moment.
Wait, tell me.
Where he speaks French.
Oh, okay. That's it. Yeah,
For
2.5.
He says 3 French words.
Yeah. I mean, he did take his shirt off. So that's kind of steamy. They were in the barn together, alone, close together. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Wow. See, I undershot it a little bit, but that's good.
We're close. We're around the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Plot. Does the plot thicken? It was definitely spicy with the whole Mackenzie thing, pledging to Colum, having that whole situation. Even it ending like her going on the road. Like now we're really, things are picking up. I'll probably do a 4.
Okay. I am giving it a 3 for all of the same reasons. I just felt like there was a lot in between that was important, but not driving necessarily. But it is set up
That's
for...
fair. Yeah, like Larry, when she came in.
Yeah.
That, you're right. Things were definitely set up with stuff. She, again, was speaking to Gayless in this episode, so... Feminine power. What do you got?
I am gonna give it... I'm gonna give it... I'm gonna give it a 3. And I was gonna go a little bit lower than that, but
Ooh.
I feel like, first of all, Larry was like, you know what? I see my man. I want it. I'm gonna try and get it.
Yeah.
And I don't care how crazy it is. I'm gonna ask this crazy woman for a love spell.
Yeah.
And then Claire was like out on the battlefield and she's like, yeah, I know how to handle this very tragic situation.
Yes.
With grace. And so I'm gonna give it a 3 for those reasons. And also Claire being like, hey, I'm gonna try and leave now. The whole beginning part where she's setting up her parameters and leaving the markers for herself.
Yes.
So I give it a 3.
Yeah, clever girl. I'm gonna give it a 4. All the reasons you said, definitely was a lot of weight with her seeing the dead guy, basically. I mean, not dead guy, dying guy. Obviously, yeah, being there with them. Same thing with Larry. Always just love when Gayla shows up. I feel like she just represents.
And her outfit was on fire.
Yes.
That brings us to our next one when you're done.
Yes. Major thing, though, is actually what the episode left off with, ended with. Was Claire being the only woman traveling with the pack of dudes. I feel is full on feminine power. Mm-hmm. Of course, we're gonna see how she holds her own, but it's just another challenge thrown her way, and I think she handles certain things very gracefully. Mm-hmm. Is that the right word I want to say? I don't know. Yeah,
courageously,
sure.
gracefully.
Yeah, courageously more. Yeah, but she always seems composed. I feel like if I was in this, I would be so sporadic. I would be that's literally me. But she's always just must, keep centered.
Yeah, no, you're right. She maintains composure.
Yeah, which obviously you have to again because she's a nurse and she's I wouldn't. Just gonna put that out there. I would be a magician. I would totally be a performer. If I'm going back, I'm just saying, I would totally be an entertainer, vaudeville person, and then when they're tied at me, they pull the lever and I go through that trapdoor and die. That would probably be...
I could see that. I also think you could run a brothel.
Oh!
Just saying. I think you have the personality to run the brothel.
That is such a high compliment. I really love that.
I mean it.
I would love to run.
Because you would hustle the men.
Yeah, being a business.
You nurture the women.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, that made me so happy.
I'm glad.
Okay, costume set.
I'm giving it a solid 4, mainly for that coat in that last 2 seconds of the episode.
High points. Yes.
The coat, I really like Claire's apothecary. I liked Gayless's outfit, and also the blood and gore from the fight.
Yeah, I'll appreciate that. Yeah, I also rank it a 4.
Great,
everything you said. Cringe factor. I am gonna do I'm gonna do a -4. It's just too much. I think with Just for me
What?
personally, when he was laying there and then they showed his leg and then his stomach and then his, like, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. No, -3. -3. There's definitely, definitely gets worse, but I'm gonna put -3. I don't like it. I just don't like it. It doesn't need to be on screen that long. We get it.
Okay, good luck with later in the season. Okay, I give it a -1 because that stuff doesn't freak me out.
Wow, good for you. Okay, total score of 12. Yeah, I got 12.
Cool, I wasn't ready to do math yet.
Yeah, no problem.
So it is.
You take your time. That's, it's so true.
I have 11.5.
Wow, that was quick. But also Game of Thrones, yeah, that had like a lot of different gore and gruesome shit. I don't know, Law & Order Criminal Intent, like I can't even watch that when it has certain things. Some things definitely look fake, but I guess when I'm not really like expecting it, I just, ooh.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably weirder that it doesn't bother me.
But it's fake. That's the thing. I don't think it's that
I guess,
weird. Are you just very used to watching gore on screen?
It's just never bothered me before. I don't like watching people.
Could you be a surgeon?
Like, beat each other up though.
Could you? Oh, I agree with that. That makes sense.
Like,
I get that. I get that.
Gory, like blood.
So if you were like,
gross me out.
if you like just saw a dead body laying on,
are you
like,
asking me in my real life?
those in real life,
Well,
and the
I don't
chest
know.
cavities open, and you're like in a medical class, and you have to learn organs.
I'm not sure. I think I could do it. I think I could disconnect. Like, and be like, that's a cadaver, and that's a learning tool.
That's great.
But
I mean, I've dissected a ton of shit in lab class.
Yeah.
Getting like a bio degree, but like it's just, I don't know, weird when it comes to people.
I don't know. I could be wrong though. Like, I don't know. I've never been in.
Well, tune us next episode,
anyway,
people, so we find out if Ashley was able to do it.
This episode gets a score of 23.5, just for the record. Thank you all for listening to our 4th episode. We're very excited for our next one. And make sure you're following us on social media. We have a lot of fun videos and